Not bad.
Good pressure so far. We'll see how it does in the, you know.
Okay, now let's go.
Oh, watch it. Better watch it, boy.
Try to cut my damn finger off.
That's stupid as hell. Have your hand when you're not paying attention down in there. It's dumb.
Well, I mean, we got no more jobs here. I'm the wheel spinner, and you're. Here, come over.
Jobs.
Where are you going?
Back over here. Get out of there. Get off my hand.
Tomatoes. What do you keep following me around for?
Well, because I'm weird like that.
He's following me everywhere I'm going. He's following me. I guess he's looking for an on this episode.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in too. I'm like extreme close up.
Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning in to once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode. On today's episode, we are out here in Northwoods in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas, about to do a little real-time review with the all-new $252 super budget. Was it a Royal?
Go read it. Royal something.
Royal Union or Royce Union. I mean, guys, if you have not watched the initial impressions episode, make sure you guys go back and check it out, because I know what you're thinking. Well, $252. Then you think, well, it's a complete budget bike. There ain't nothing that comes on that bike. Well, you're thinking
we're going to take it all the way down to the frame, but they'd be wrong.
No, you're going to trip out tremendously when it comes time on the real-time review and initial impressions. We're going to talk about this bike. We're going to be riding it all the way up to the cat's Meow. We're going to take it downhill a little bit, see if we can get a little sketchy with it. Hopefully the hydraulic brakes slow us down. Hopefully the clutch derailleur doesn't break. Yeah, that's just a couple of things that this bike's got.
Well, I think the group set's going to hold up just fine if you tune it good.
Yeah, I think so too.
It did need some tuning.
Yeah, so we're kind of in a hurry, guys. We're not going to be doing a gratuitous slow-mo.
No gratuitous slow-mo today.
Yeah, we don't want to get
filming.
We don't want to get dark. We got a lot of different episodes to film.
Look at it.
And we are definitely going to be strapping up a frame, tube on it.
I mean, for the money, you really can't. It's not. We had a hard time complaining about anything.
Yeah, I mean the tires, we might be complaining, and I might be cussing the tires here.
Well, hang on, you can't do that. You're gonna mess up. Look, it's on the cable.
That's strapped on there. Not too sure about the tires. We'll talk about all this stuff, but I mean, get close up at those tires. Those are like commuter tires.
For a better look at this bike, check out the initial impressions, because we have limited daylight, limited time, so we're under the gun. But here's a little bit of footage.
Camera. Okay. All right, yeah. Olivia, we'll see you in here a little bit. No. All right, guys, here we go. On the RHT 15-inch. I know you guys are freaking out. This thing was $252 after a 20% discount, and it was right at about $300. Now, I'm not a mathematician, but you guys can figure it out, I'm sure. All right, guys, so on the bike now, it's a size 15-inch, size small, 29er. What I'm going to do is it the smaller chainring that's easier? We've got the 2x up here. Yeah, it makes it easier. I'm not sure what gear we're in on the cassette back there. But this thing is super smooth. We did have to do just a tiny bit of tuning to it when it was inside the shop. We're going to go up this hill a little bit. And this is an 11 speed, man. 11 to 40. Oh, man. All right. I was talking about how easy the tuning was. It's super chunky right now. That's okay. I was shifting under pressure. We're just going to get a little bit of speed coming back down so we can kind of bed these brakes in. They're brand new. And I don't know if it was an accident or what, or if it was brake fluid, but there was like fluid all over the front rotor on this thing. So I want to make sure we burn that off, but we'll go here. Front brake, rear brake. Just slow us down real quick and try to get some kind of bite on these rotors. And if you notice, the bike is super quiet. We've got that derailleur on this. Oh, it's got the clutch derailleur. Dang it. I want to make sure I got that. Clutch derailleur is now on position on the clutch derailleur. It's got the clutch derailleur, but what I was getting to was not that it was quiet because we have a clutch derailleur. I was getting to it was quiet because these tires are like crazy smooth. They're like total commuter tires. It's crazy. And something that's super uncomfortable, guys, is the pedals. The pedals are so bad on this thing. They're like protruding through my shoe. It's so weird. I can feel like every piece of the pedal making contact. And these shoes are pretty intense. Golly, if you guys want a riding list of everything I'm wearing, make sure you guys check out the affiliate links in the description below, all my safety stuff. But pedals are pretty bad. 170mm crank arms. I try to get this seat right at the right level I'm going to need it to get proper pump on my legs, and I think it'll be okay where it's at. I do wish it was a I do wish that it was a quick release, so it'd just be a little bit easier to drop it and raise it, but I got a multi-tool on me. But here we go. Let's go ahead and try this thing out. Group set, like I said, a little chunky, but I was shifting under pressure. We got a good little climb here. And what I love about this group set, guys, is it is a trigger or a thumb shifter. Oh my gosh, it makes it so easy. Let me go to the 38 tooth on the front end, which is a pretty smooth transition. Makes it a little bit tougher to climb, but okay, now we're in first gear. And you know, I mean, this thing could use a little bit more gearing. We got that damn 40 tooth back there. It'd be nice if they would have given us a, been nice if they given us like a 46 tooth at least. Me and Dan Boys, one of our patrons, were just talking about that. It's like 11's a lot, you know, you just kind of need 10. Okay, now that fork is not too great at the moment. We're gonna bottom that guy out, I guarantee it. On the cat's meow, my feet are all over these pedals. I'll tell you what, I do not like this 2x. Okay, that's the problem. You guys see that? It's like rubbing on something. It's rubbing on my GoPro mount. Let me raise that guy up real quick. I knew something was wrong. I was like, dude, I just tuned this guy in. Yeah, I'm like right on it. But the riding position on this. Now, this is very funny. I thought I was gonna be talking crap about this massive stem up front. I was sure, I was like, dude, we're gonna have to change that thing out. It's gonna be so uncomfortable because you're not gonna be like riding in the cockpit of the bike. You're gonna be sitting up on top of it. And guys, I'm here to tell you, it's actually very comfortable, this bike. We got that Volt WTB saddle, and it actually feels like I'm sitting in the cockpit. 750mm bars, pretty comfortable. It's a good spread. It's almost too much, I would say. There's a lot of room to grip on these grips, the WTB grips, but it's almost a little too wide. Kind of feels like I'm like on a Bowflex or something like that. I kind of want them to be maybe some like 730s. Maybe in the 720, because this is a 29er, and we've talked about, you know, the big wheels turning, your feet sometimes hit the tires, and it would be nice if it was just a little bit shorter of a bar to make it just a little bit snappier. And that long stem does not help with it making it feel like it's not a big bike. You know what I'm saying? It still feels like a big bike. Although the stem's comfortable, it just feels like I gotta kind of steer it. You know what I mean? It's not super snappy. So a shorter bar definitely would have helped out when it comes to that. But seating position, everything feels good. All but the pedals. You know, the pedals just are very cheap. Steel stamped out pedals. So far the fork is doing okay. I'll tell you guys, I didn't even mess with the preload adjustments because those are just a waste of time. You're asking for something to go wrong. As I said earlier, we are definitely going to be bottoming this thing out on the cat's meow, and that's coming right up. You know, like I was saying, these shifters are super nice, the Dynasys shifters, SLX. We've got the trigger here, or you can use it with a thumb, and then we've got the thumb shifter in the back. Super awesome. And you have the exact same shifter over here on the left side. Now, there's no numbers on the optical window here. I believe they just call that the optical window. I think that's the name. No numbers. Kind of weird. Spark hydraulic brakes when we put them to the test. 160s on the rotors. So far, so good. We got the clutch on. It's shifting way better now that I've got my GoPro mount out of the way. Still got my tube on here, too. We might be having to use that here pretty shortly. Yeah, man. Let's talk about the tires, okay? Now, this is, I mean, pretty much completely green on this climb. These tires are 29 by 2.1s. Not a lot of room for a fatter tire in the back. You can go as wide as you want on the front, it seems like. And as soon as you go to stand up to pedal, I can already feel this thing wanting to kind of spin out from under me. the tires, that is. So I am a little bit sketchy. I'm gonna have to be very cautious in the tire test area. You guys know it's always washed out down there. And I hope I don't hit that tree right before the tabletop. I think this bike is going to be a fast roller. But yeah, the size small is going to be a perfect size for me. This might be the bike we start upgrading. And as we talked about, you know, we always want to go and change the fork, change the tires, change the pedals. And we'll be doing that. But the great thing about this is we shouldn't have to spend money in the group set department with the 2x on this. We might just swap it to a 1x, get rid of one of those chain rings, hollow bottom bracket style. I mean, it's pretty cool. But so far we are just flowing. And we're shifting, and it's snappy, and it's listening, and I mean, it feels okay. This is not one of those bikes right now. There's been like 2 bikes, okay? And correct me if I'm wrong, I think one was Project Chong, the Marin Bolinas Ridge 2, and the Able bike that both felt very good out of the box. I think those were both of them. This one here, God, we need more than 11 to 40 tooth, I'm telling you. This one here does not feel super tight right out of the box, okay? It feels a little loose. Dude, I heard the birds starting to go. I thought that was a flat. This bike feels just a little loose, like it's not put together well. And I put it together, but we got the sealed bearings on the headset, 44 millimeter. It kind of feels like the front's a little shaky. I think what that is, I think that's going to be the heavy coil fork up there with these preload knobs that we haven't messed with. So I think that's the culprit for that. The bike does feel stable. It doesn't feel super good, I guess. It doesn't feel like a very expensive bike. And it's not, but it definitely feels better than some of the cheaper ones that we've ridden. This might be the bike that has the worst pedals in history, though, because they're like child pedals. It's so weird. I know I'm small, but man, I can't get any grip on these things. I am worried about getting shinned. But guys, we're getting close to the Cat's Meow. That's our downhill trail, Wolf Tick Nation's favorite trail. It's just a good little speed run. It's a blue. There's some jumps. There's a tire test area. There's a little Big Sister Brenda step up. It's got it all, okay? So I'll tell you what, let's quit talking about this bike. The Volt saddle is kind of starting to hurt my butt anyway. Let's quit talking about it. Let's get to the Cat's Meow, and let's start showing you guys, showing everybody what this bike has to offer on the Cat's Meow. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. The bike is quiet. Here's the Cat's Meow. We're coming up on it. All right, well, everything is still together. The bike is pretty solid. I'm looking forward to this run. We'll put these brakes to the test. I mean, this group set over here is absolutely, it's fire, man. I mean, got the derailleur on there, super quiet. It was running into my my camera, so that was why it was ticking. These are so bad. I mean, look at the design on that. That is so weird how it's just like pronged out. I don't know. That's very strange. I hope nothing goes bad there. These tires, again, I'm a little sketched out with them. The bars are wide enough for this downhill to definitely feel nice and stable. But let's get the seat dropped. Yeah. And let's do a little standing room only, shall we, guys? Will we break something? I don't know. Put in the comments. Let's do this. All right. Seat post is down. Standing room only. It's actually hard to pump these pedals right now because the pedals are so bad. All right, let's get some pumps in here. Yeah. All right, I love that I can bring this bike up between my legs. We're one finger braking right now, but I do not think it's going to slow me down. Dude. Oh, a little harsh on the landing. I'm gonna get a flat. Whipping that tail out a little bit. Not quite the tire test area, but they are getting a little loose out from under me. Dude, the bike is so quiet. Clear that little gap. Oh, it's gonna be easy to get some air on this thing. I'm switching between one and two fingers. Oh, yes. Man, that one's really knocked down. Yay! Woo! Dude, I thought that was gonna be a hard landing. Is this bike easy to keep in line or what? Let's Let's go to this little stop area here. What I mean by that is the bike is very balanced. Like, guys, this bike is super balanced. I got a lot of air right now. You probably had the GoPro effect. Probably got like 20 foot of air or something. Anyway, front didn't jump up, rear didn't jump up, nothing sank. It just stayed level with me all the way throughout. Everything still feels tight. All right, let's keep on keeping on. I'm liking it. I don't know about the brakes though. They just feel like they're not there. Hydraulic though, spark brakes. Spot between the trees. Okay, bottom the fork out. Have I ever hit between those trees? No, but that was almost one of them because these damn bars are so wide. Front feels very loose at the moment, but I love I can maneuver this bike given the size. Oh, tire test area. Okay, damn. I couldn't even pump it through I couldn't even angle and get down on the apex of the tire test area because they're already slipping out. And that messed up my damn run for the tabletop. Oh. It goes to the corners good, but damn, because the berm's up so damn high. I think that was some bear back there. I'm afraid of bears. Okay. Oh man, I forgot I couldn't hit the damn tabletop. These tires are so sketch. I told you guys they were sketch. I mean, that was a fun run. It could have been a lot funner, but do you hear how loose that is in the front end? Something's up there. Look, I had a lot of fun going down there. I just wanted to get some nasty air, and I did, probably like 20 foot or so, you know, on the three little tabletops. But that last tabletop I really wanted to hit, and I couldn't because I had to slow down so much. Now, these brakes slowed me down, but barely. I mean, I was squeezing the crap out of them. I think those rotors are just shot. You know what I'm saying? Okay, do you guys see the rings around there? Is this camera that good so you guys can see the rings? That is strange. Let me see if I rub it and if residue comes off. Okay, residue is not coming off. What's weird is it's like 100 round spots all the way around it, like that pad put an impression of a bunch of circles around that rotor. Same on the back. That is weird. We definitely have to adjust the reach adjustment and things like that because the levers and all that are very far away, which made it to where I didn't know if I wanted a one finger or two finger. It was so weird. Let's go back up to the top of the trailhead over there. Let's go talk to Wolfman about this ride. You guys let me know what you think. Everything held up. My feet didn't slip off the pedals, but is that not the worst pedal you ever saw in your life, man? I mean, that's some like 90s kids bike pedal stuff. That's the stuff I remember. Anyway, all right. Not a bad ride. I'm just worried about getting a flat. Okay guys, well that was the real-time review of the Royce Union mountain bike. Not bad. I mean, the bike is pretty comfortable considering like there's a couple of things, you know. Everybody always talks about the point of contact, your tires, your grips, and your pedals. The pedals are so bad on this thing. I just cannot get footing on them. Like these RC shoes I'm wearing are amazing shoes. I can't get grip on these pedals, and that affects the ability to really get in and ride this bike, and it sucks. The grips are nice. And then it comes to the tires. You know, my spot before the my tire test area, that goes right into the massive tabletop, which a lot of people think is small, but if you're ever out here riding, you go, that's pretty good size
for a blue trail.
I couldn't even hit it. I had to slow down so much because this bike was about to wash out from under me, you know. Because
the pedals?
Because the pedals, yeah. No, because the tires. So that was a big deal. Which was a bummer. Overall, the bike is really comfortable. The stem, I mean, I prefer a shorter stem, but the stem actually worked with the way that this cockpit's designed on this bike. It was actually very comfortable. I remember talking about in the initial impressions how I wasn't sure if it was going to feel like we're sitting on the bike or actually sitting in the cockpit due to that stem and just being way over the front of the bike. It's actually quite comfortable. The bars at 750, I think because the mixture with that stem are too wide. Like my shoulders began to start to...
Because you're too over it.
It's too weird. I don't know. My shoulders are feeling it right now. And this is the first bike ride of the day. A little strange on that. The fork, very chattery up front. I mean, we definitely bombed the sucker out. But other than that, I mean, the group set's dynamite. You know what I mean? It was a breeze getting up there. This bike was super quiet.
Was it dialed in?
Yeah, dialed in. I was rubbing. I was like, what the hell's going on? I was rubbing on the GoPro mount back there, so I had to move it. Other than that, I mean, we got up there super quick. The bike with these little 2.1 skinny tires on there, that thing really got a lot of good flow coming down on the Cat's Meow. Super fast. I think the biggest thing I'm impressed with the RHT, the 15-inch mountain bike here, is the balance of the bike. You know, it's what, 32 pounds, but when I was in the air, the front wasn't wanting to pull up too much, and neither was the rear. It stuck with me the entire time throughout the air. Okay. So it's very well balanced bike. I'm really looking forward to doing some upgrades on this thing. I really want to see if we can get a damn fork on this thing and put it under the 30-pound threshold, because it's right there, I'm telling you guys. We are going to have to get some different tires, of course, some mountain bike tires. Keep everything else the same, and let's see how that goes, you know? I mean... Well,
pedals.
Yeah, and pedals, for sure. The 2x is not... it's all about people's preference. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing. Why didn't want to just go ahead and give us a 1x is beyond me. You know, for those...
I think it's because it gives it more flexibility on commuter style and all that.
And that, and only having an 11 to 40 tooth probably helps out. You know, it did right there. I had to keep on going between the 38 and the 28, wherever it is.
Put that bigger sprocket than the smaller one. And,
it makes sense. Just it's not the greatest for out here. I mean, I just wish I had some more gearing. Hydraulic brakes are going to really need to be bedded in. I think the oil on that front rotor, although I cleaned the crap out of it, guys, I think these rotors need to be sanded a little bit more. You know, that or just some different rotors and different pads, because the brakes are there. It's just they're...
So the brakes are grabbing. It's just
they're hurting. They're grabbing, but they're going... They're starting to scream because there's something on there, you know. So we'll have to definitely burn that off over time. But man, that was the real-time review of the Royce Union mountain bike, 29er size small. If you guys are interested about the deal that we got on this bike, check out the description and link below. It's not an affiliate link. It's totally up to you guys. But man, for $252, what we paid for after the discount, this bike's a winner. You know what I mean? It's not the tightest, best feeling bike, but it's not the crappiest bike I've ridden on either.
So not quite as tight as the Able, maybe?
No. See, I mentioned the Able and Chong out there, or and Cheech.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not to that level. And I think it's mainly due to the front end, and just the big stem and the fork, and it just doesn't feel the greatest, you know. But it's something to work with, and it's a bike that's under $300. You know?
And really, it's a lot of bike for the money. It's a lot of bike for the money.
Yeah, it really is. Giving a little bit of money here and there.
Tires and pedals, and then someone's good for a while.
Good for a while, for sure. But again, man, just appreciate you guys watching. Please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, all of our patrons out there, you guys have been showing us love this whole time. I want to go ahead and throw up a little, what do you call that?
Montage?
Yeah, a little.
Something? No.
What the hell's the thing we just worked on for our patrons?
In-page list
of our patrons?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll the list. All of our patrons out there, man, appreciate you guys showing us some love. We're going to scroll your guys' names right now, because you guys deserve to be seen by the rest of the Wolf Stick Nation. All right? So, man, we will see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah.